You're watching the Make Music Day UK 2021 live broadcast.
Hello, Make Music Day viewers, and welcome along to the Twilight broadcast from Make Music Day UK. My name's Therese, and over the next 2 hours, I'll be taking you on a musical journey, jetting up and down the UK, bringing you an eclectic blend of performances, projects and programmes, all celebrating Make Music Day 2021. So let's get things started and get percussive and shoot into the international drum battle with contributions from over 30 drum and percussion bands from right around the globe.
It's celebration! 1, 2, 3, go!
Thanks very much to all the drumming and percussion groups heard there in that exciting project. You're watching the Twilight broadcast for Make Music Day UK, celebrating what's been going on around the nations this Make Music Day. And don't forget, we have 3 of these transmissions today. Our early lunchtime show can be watched back on demand at makemusicday.co.uk, and we'll be live again this evening from 7:30 p.m.
You're watching the Make Music Day UK 2021 live broadcast.
But don't go anywhere just yet. I've still got a brilliant lineup of Make Music Day special events and performances to introduce right here, including this from Beyond Skin. Beyond Skin Northern Ireland and friends around the globe have a kaleidoscopic sonic feast for you right now, including an interpretation performance of John Cage's 433 with musicians in 23 countries, marching metal with musicians from flute bands and heavy rockers, and a special version of Joni Mitchell's River with Gabriella Di Laccio, Siobhan Brown, Ciara Topolin and the Corja Community Choir.
Good to see you.
Sure, what is your name?
I'm Glenn, by the way, alright, no
Oh,
worries.
yeah, Glenn.
Yes,
Okay,
I
so you
sent you a wee message
yes.
already, alright?
Yes.
Yeah, and I was gonna try out I was gonna do, I haven't
We have shop.
pedals now as well.
Do we have shop? Do we have shop?
This one? This is a black, I think it's a black beard.
It's an original, like any
We have shop.
we have one 57 that's kind of broke, and then we have one that's transformerless.
The key that I'm playing tonight is probably right nice in the middle of it. If you were playing down in a lower register, I'm hearing more like sort of like a Metallica type vibe.
Oh,
with it,
yeah,
you know, so
yeah.
You know, so something like a time signature change, you know, going from or at least a tempo change anyway.
Marching metal, a great concept which Darren and possibly Glenn dreamed up. To me, what it is bringing people who enjoy playing music from different genres or whatever you want to call it, and bringing them together and to see if they can collaborate and work together.
So it's not straight there?
Yeah, see the real of it?
Yeah.
One of the things that I've always found in terms of working with Beyond Skin has always been that, you know, music doesn't start a conversation, music is the conversation. And I think, you know, regardless of what people's background happens to be, when you put people in a room and music seems to be the one thing that unites them all, it just supersedes everything. And I just find that it's a great way of just being able to collaborate and find out about people without any kind of pressure.
A good place to play a guitar solo at
the
the
very
same tempo.
end?
No, see that? Yeah, just there
Was
where
this
it
where
stopped.
you stopped? Yeah.
Yeah. If he does a guitar solo at the same tempo,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
right? And then
Pick it up.
after the solo, I go into the ticka 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 dun dun dun. So it'd be, I pick it up into double time,
Uh-huh.
What sort of guitar solo are we talking
I don't
about?
know. And then I'll do a ticka 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 dun 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 dun.
That's spot on. So you usually be jumping.
I only met one of the guys here today personally before, met one online. But music in general, making music together is a great way of bringing people together because it immediately gives you a common project. You've got something to work towards and you're not just meeting, you're collaborating with each other to make something happen.
Some filtering around there to get to that place in terms
So-
of where you come out of.
The first
And then
key
we're going
is minor
we'll have
and then
to come
major,
out of
yeah.
that as well. to
Yeah,
go
yeah.
back
The first tune's in E minor
into- yeah.
The first is E minor and
on the
then
flute,
and
and the second is D
major, yeah.
major. Yeah.
Major.
So
Oh,
it's
okay,
obviously
okay.
the same, similar kind of, similar type of sound.
Do you know what you're going to play on the guitar? Roughly, just as a guide. Over
Just
the,
let me to kind
over
of
the
figure
verse.
out the chords and stuff.
Again, I guess.
Yeah, perfect, thank you.
It's a nice way to get to know people on a more personal level, you know, and it's also interesting that very simple things like where you place the snare drum, you know, which foot, you know, wee things like that. It's all part of the learning curve.
Is that long enough? Because actually after the fill, that's where the band are back in again.
Spot on,
Now,
yeah.
you know, so
Yeah.
if we do that and then
It's been great. It's been nice to be in a studio again. Nice to be around people again, and you know, actually creating some music and stuff. For some great ideas have come out from it, and really looking forward to seeing the final piece.
Yeah, I've enjoyed today. I've been learning a bit about the studio, which is the part that I know the least about, and yeah, to see something emerging from a fairly rough plan that we started with.
Okay, I'm good.
Alright, we'll give it a go. 4-bar run up again then. Here it comes.
Hello everyone on Make Music Day. My name is Darren Ferguson and greetings from Belfast here in Northern Ireland. I work for the organisation Beyond Skin. It gives me great pleasure to introduce this amazing, extraordinary collaboration of musicians from all around the world in this amazing production as an interpretation of the John Cage composition 433. John Cage was a remarkable man, pushing our concept of music and sound into a different sphere, and even challenging our own sense of belonging, our own sense of now, and our sense of connectivity with our fellow humans around the world. The performance you're about to see is actually a collective of performances from around the globe. All the musicians have actually gone through the 433 process and have performed this moment of not playing music for 4 minutes and 33 seconds. You're only seeing a snapshot of each of those performances in this actual production for Make Music Day. There's almost a sense of loss in that, but that's music and art. There is a sense of the now for the performer. It's always for the person who created it, and for the audience and the listener, it's actually an extra bonus and a privilege. So I thank you for all the musicians who have gone to extraordinary lengths to record that and go through that moment and that process in this production. The theme is loss, and through the pandemic we've all experienced loss. Not just loss of families and friends, but also our loss of freedoms, our loss of time, our loss of our personal spaces as they become offices, our loss of meeting with our friends, and our loss of touch. It has been a really challenging time, and music has got us through that. So it's quite extraordinary that the production you're about to see is actually musicians not playing. There's something really powerful about that. And in some countries that you will see, the musicians there are coming out of conflict or are in conflict or going through extremely challenging times where there is inequality right across the land. So I thank you for those musicians who have made the extra effort amongst the challenges and the pandemic to record these videos. So I'd like to invite you to sit in a quiet space, to sit back and relax and listen to 433. And once again, thank you to all who took part, the John Cage Trust as a partner, and Make Music Day UK team as well, who have been phenomenal in helping us put this together. So ladies and gentlemen, Make Music Day 433.
1, 2, 3. I didn't come to take your home. I didn't come to lower the price. I came here in need, a family to feed, to work hard, carve them a life. If you look through the eyes of a stranger, strange what you'll see, what you'll find. You look out for daggers and danger that strike in the darkest of nights. Hate-driven fools who write their own rules as if by some God-given right. If you look through the eyes of a stranger, you'll see the strangest sights. This country is rich in history. Its people found distant shores. Those songs, those rhymes about the hard times, tell me what they were for. If you look through the eyes of a stranger, strange what you'll see, what you'll find. You look out for daggers and danger that strike in the darkest of nights. Hate-driven fools who write their own rules as if by some God-given right. If you look through the eyes of a stranger, you'll see the strangest sights. The wind blows seeds for survival in search of fertile ground. In this garden we love, there's more than enough if we just shared it around. If you look through the eyes of a stranger, strange what you'll see, what you'll find. You look out for daggers and danger that strike in the darkest of nights. Hate-driven fools who write their own rules as if by some God-given right. If you look through the eyes of a stranger, you'll see the strangest sights. If you look through the eyes of a stranger.
Make Music Day UK broadcast.
Thanks very much to Beyond Skin and all the fantastic musicians and groups we heard from here. Now it's time to get right up to the front in our solo artist tent at our virtual music festival. We're going to hand over the mic to 3 fab performers. And to kick it off, we have BBC introducing selected singer-songwriter Olaide Steele performing a special a cappella set.
Hello, my name is Olaide Steele, and today I'm going to be performing as part of Make Music Day UK 2021. So I hope you guys have been enjoying it today so far. And yeah, so today I'm going to be singing a couple of my original songs for you guys, as well as a couple of covers. Birds flying high, you know how I feel. Sun in the sky, you know how I feel. Breeze drifting on by, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me. And I'm feeling good. So that was Feeling Good by Nina Simone, of course. So now I'm going to sing another song for you guys, and this next track is actually one of my own original songs. So the song is called Basketball. I'm just saying I could love you from a distance. I'm just saying, and I can feel there's some resistance. I'm just saying, I can tell that you're addicted. I'll just say it. And I can see things should be different today. We'll keep on playing these games, but tomorrow's a brand new day. I could leave, I could go away, so stay. When you're playing me, you're playing basketball. 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 Basketball. So that was a little bit of an a cappella of my song Basketball. So we're coming to the end of my slot of the Make Music Day UK broadcast. So I'm going to finish the show or segment with my new single, LHYLM. Here it is. You tell me your secrets. You say that you love me forever. You tell me you need me. You say that you wanna be together. Don't say that you've had enough. You know that I'll be waiting for you. Don't say that you're giving up, because you know that I adore you. When the rain keeps pouring down on your face, don't you tell me you've had enough. When the rain keeps pouring down on your face, and the message to the skies above, When the rain keeps pouring down on your face, don't you tell me you've had enough. When the rain keeps pouring down on your face, I'm not giving up. I don't need those boys. I don't need them to love me. I don't need those boys because I love how you're loving. I don't need those boys. I don't need them to love me. I don't need those boys because I love how you're loving me. I love how you're loving me. I love how you're loving me. So that was LHYLM, my new single. Hope you guys enjoyed it. So that is the end of my segment of the show. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know that I did. And yeah, so you guys can stream the single on Spotify, iTunes, you name it. And if you want to catch up on more things that I'm doing, you can follow me on my Instagram as well as my other social media, and you can subscribe on YouTube. All the usual things. So my name is Olaide Steele, and that's the end of my segment. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and hopefully I'll see you guys again soon. So enjoy the rest of the day. Bye.
Thanks very much, Olaide. You're watching the Twilight broadcast from Make Music Day UK on Make Music Day. Next, we'll welcome to the stage one of the most original ukulele players on the planet. It's Fragile Lucy bringing us a funky flamenco-style set with a twist of ragtime and quirky song lyrics. So take it away, Fragile Lucy.
Hello, how are you all doing? Yeah, happy Make Music Day, everybody. Yes, brilliant music from everyone today. I've been enjoying it. I've been watching it on the telly. I hope you're going to see me. I hope you can hear me. I'm going to be playing my own songs for you guys. Let's get going. Why the stars so far away? Sure, I saw a spaceship the other day, singing songs to the planets and the sun, hoping one day that they will return my tune back to me, singing the songs to the universe, singing the songs to the stars, singing songs to the universe, hoping one day that they will return my tune back to me. Back to me. I look up in the sky and I wonder why the stars so far apart. I look out in the sky and I realize eyes, we could be living in a virtual work of art, singing songs to the universe, singing songs to the stars, singing songs to the universe, hoping one day that they will return my tune back to me, yeah. I hope some extraterrestrials hear me. I hope there's beings singing songs just like me. I hope some extraterrestrials hear me. Singing songs to the stars, singing songs to the universe, singing songs to the stars, singing songs to the universe, hoping one day that they will return my tune. Yes, I'm going on to my next song now. My next song is actually called Crazy About You. I'm going to rush through this, guys, because I've got 10 minutes and I'm going to make it as fun as I possibly can. Yes, this is called Crazy About You. If you like what I do, my name is Fragile Lucy. Please check me out on that thing called the internet. Oh, we're on there right now. That's brilliant. Here we go. This is Crazy About You. Remember we went out last summer and it was such a bummer when you had to go. Yeah, you were my lover and then you met another and you yeah, you hurt me so and I feel so sad about it, and it makes me mad that I can't live without it and you. Is it something that you do? I'm so crazy about you. Yeah, you were my lover and we were undercovers and you put on your toot. Yeah, you look so fine. I thought you were mine and you had to go, oh, and I feel so sad about it, and it makes me mad that I can't live without it and you. Is it something that you do? I'm so crazy about you. And I feel so sad about it, and it makes me mad that I can't live without it and you. Is it something that you do? I'm so crazy about it. I'm so crazy about it. I'm so crazy about you. Yes, thank you, Make Music Day. Thank you for having me. My next song, here we go. I want you all to join in now. I'm going to sing Vegetarian Ham. It's a song about not eating bacon, basically. Yeah, it's called Vegetarian Ham. So when I sing Vegetarian Ham, I want you to shout, not bacon. That'd be brilliant. We'll try it out now. Vegetarian ham. I can't hear you guys. Vegetarian ham. Come on, a bit louder than that. Vegetarian ham, not bacon. Come on, let's do this. I don't eat soya to annoy you. You got to eat your greens. Go and eat your vegetables. Go and open up a tin of beans. I know quinoa doesn't know you. Your rice and peas and things. With oh so little vegetables, you can make so many things. And we'll have vegetarian ham, not bacon. Vegetarian ham. Vegetarian ham, not bacon. Sit down, sit down, sit down, sit down for vegetarian ham. I know that beetroot turns you red and carrots help you see. You get your sweet corn from the cob and the broccoli looks like a tree. I know that onions make you cry. You don't like cauliflower, don't know why. You can't eat mushrooms on their own, so I boiled potatoes that you have grown. And we'll have vegetarian ham, not bacon. Vegetarian ham. Vegetarian ham, not bacon. Sit down, sit down, sit down, sit down. For vegetarian, not pescatarian. Vegetarian ham. Is there time for one more? Yes, there is. Let's do this. This is called Wow, Wow, Wow. I hope you're enjoying the show. I'm Fragile Lucy. I have more music on fragilelucy.bandcamp.com. Please please keep watching this for the rest of the evening. It's going on till the late hours, I think, till like 9 o'clock or something. So please keep watching the Make Music Day UK. Love you all, guys. Elephant going faster than a moonbeam. Gone through space on a space elephant, going somewhere that I've never been before. Right before your eyes, now, before. Right before I could fly. And it's wow, wow, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Gone through space on a space elephant, going faster than a moonbeam. Gone through space on a space elephant, going somewhere that I've never been before. Right before your eyes, now, before. Right before I could fly. And it's wow, wow, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, wow, wow. I've never seen the light. I've never been the light. I've never seen the light. Will I ever get it right now? Right before your eyes, now. Going round and round and round and round and round and round and round. And it's wow, wow, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, wow. Wow, wow. Going somewhere I've never been before. Flying 1,000 miles an hour, yeah, flying past your door, and you've never seen my face before. No, you've never seen my face before, and it's wow, wow, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, wow. Wow, wow. Thank you very much. Thank you for watching me, everybody. Yes, there's time for another track. There is time for another track. This is called A Night Round Town. It's about 4 minutes long. I hope, yeah, I did kind of rush through that because I didn't want to go over. So here we go. This is called A Night Round Town. Walking down the street, she doesn't have a care. She's pretty with her beautiful blonde hair, walking in the rain. Hey, she's got a pretty umbrella. She's walking with a really cool fella, and they look so good together, it's sweet. They're on a night round town to listen to the sounds. Go out and have a drink. Go out and have a dance and have a night round town. To listen to the sounds, go out to every club and go and have a dance. She's got sweet romantic to it. maybe she knew him from school. Always looked so good together, and she didn't see him for years. They were out having a couple of beers with their friends and bumped into him again, and they fell in love and had a night round town to listen to the sounds. Go out and have a drink, go out and have a dance, and have a night round town to listen to the sounds. Go out to every club and go and have a dance. Yeah, you look so good, I'm sure we'll get in, ain't no problem. I ain't even been drinking, that's what I said. And then the doorman on the door couldn't take no more, cause she was so pretty, she was so pretty, she was Miss Pretty, let her in. We had a night round town to listen to the sounds. Go out and have a drink, go out and have a dance, and have a night round town to listen to the sounds. Go out to every club and see who we can find to have a night round town. To have a night round town, how does that sound? We'll have a night round town, we'll have a night round town to listen to the sounds. Go out to every club and go and have a dance. And we won't go home till the sun comes up and goes back down. Whoa, whoa. We'll have a night round town, a night round town. Yes, it's difficult to keep headphones on your head whilst playing. Yeah, I think I have a small head, or these are very big headphones. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in today and watching my little set. Yeah, I've really enjoyed it. It's such a great event to bring everyone together from all different like styles of music, genres, different sections of the world, and it's just great to. I'm really shocked at the amount of great music there is today. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you. Thanks, guys. Cheers. Have a great show.
Thanks, Fragile Lucy. Now we're going to hear from award-winning beatboxer and performer SK Shlomo. This is a performance from ISM's The Empowered Musician event from back in December, with Shlomo sharing how he got into beatboxing and looping.
So, this is the finals of the first ever World Looping Championships in Los Angeles. And I'd only entered the UK heats for a little bit of fun, but here I am on stage at the World Finals in Los Angeles, waiting to hear who was about to be crowned the World Looping Champion. But before we get there, I think I'm getting ahead of myself. I feel like we should start the story right at the beginning. Yeah, let's go right the way back to the beginning, to the point where I'm 3 years old. Let's go right from the start. So when I grew up, there was quite a big Iraqi Jewish community based in North London. And my Nana, she used to host these huge parties. Nana, she's about this tall. Her real name's Julie. And if you ever hear this sound, you know it's going to be a very good night. So that's Nana. She's kind of intense, which is why you should meet the opposite. The antidote to my Nana over here is my grandpa. Grandpa Josh, he's the most chilled out human being you will ever meet. He's happy to just sit in his chair for hours at a time, radiating happiness and clicking on his worry beads, which is like a string of beads that old Middle Eastern men carry around to click together and alleviate their stresses about the camels or whatever. So there's Grandpa Josh, and I remember one of my earliest childhood memories sitting watching Transfixed whilst Grandpa Josh used to play this one rhythm over and over again on a small handheld Arabic drum called a dumbuk. I'll show you how it sounds. So Nana's parties, we'd always get there first, and you know something's going to happen because all the chairs are laid out around the outside of the room. And the moment you cross the threshold, you can smell the food. The Arabic food, guys, is to die for. And then your aunties start arriving. For some reason, there are hundreds of these ancient people who call themselves your auntie, and every single one of them, yeah, wants to pinch your cheeks as hard as she possibly can and tell you that you're the most beautiful human being that ever lived, which after a while you can start to believe. And then the band starts playing. There's always a proper Arabic band. I'll show you what it sounds like. So Nana, she puts herself in charge of making sure everyone's having a good time. Every single person has to be laughing, joking, drinking, and clapping their hands. And one by one, she'd go round the room and she'd grab people by their hands and she'd pull them onto their feet until every single person in the room was on their feet and dancing. So here's me, right? Here's me, 3 years old, surrounded by aunties, yeah? And all of a sudden out comes the dancer, professional belly dancer, all the way from Egypt. And guess who she wants to dance with? She wants to dance with me. All my aunties are going, dance, darling, like something possessed. Man, which 3-year-old wouldn't do it? I'll stop. You're too kind. So that's how I remember it anyway. There might have been a few less Prodigy beats when I was 3 years old. But yeah, that's how it started. And soon after that, you know, I realized from the age of 3, I realized I was a performer, a born performer. And I believed that aunties telling me that I was beautiful, telling me that I was center of the world, because I was center of that world, rich with vibrant colors and rhythms and imagination, until I got to school. Great British primary school where we were the only immigrant family, and I was kind of, you know, 4 or 5 years old, painfully aware that I was different, and I felt like a real outsider until I turned 8 years old and I got my superpowers. My parents gave me my superpowers almost by accident. For my 8th birthday, my parents bought me a drum kit, and about 24 hours later, They banned me from practicing the drum kit because the neighbors kept complaining. So I had these very strict rules about when I was allowed to play the drums and when I wasn't. And that wasn't okay because I had music coming out of me day and night. So I had to find ways to practice rhythms without the neighbors complaining. And that's when I started messing around with making rhythms and sounds using my voice, right? I had these 4 sounds I used to make when I'm about 8 years old here. So there's 4 sounds. The first one I called the hi-hat. The second one's called the snare. Number 3, I called it synthy. I had quite a deep voice for an 8-year-old, okay? And then the 4th one is called the kick. So, everybody watching, do you like to see me try and put those first 4 sounds together? You don't sound that bothered, I said, but do you guys like to see me try and put those first 4 sounds together? Oh, thank you. Let me try. So the 4 sounds, the first one's the hi-hat. 2, snare. 3, the synth goes. 4, the kick goes. 2 kind, stop. You're too kind. Can you tell I'm missing being on stage? I have to can my own audience and have animated characters dance with me. Yeah. Oh God. What is happening to me? This is cool. So before I was old enough to even shave, I discovered this deep bass in my heart that was just dying to come out. And all I had to do after that was keep practicing day and night until I became internationally successful. That's not quite true. In fact, as I grew up, I realized I could use this skill, this beatboxing, as I could use this skill to my advantage, right? I could use it to impress my friends, and I could use it to get free chips, which is true. If you ever want to get free chips at the chip shop, you just go up to the person in charge and you say, "Excuse me, if I can make your jaw drop, can I have the chips for free?" And they'll say yes, at which point you just go 1, 2, 3. Chips, please. Yeah, it's true. Anyway, so I'm now 18.
Hi everyone, Frank Turner here. I'm pleased and proud to be an ambassador for Make Music Day. It's a very important day. It celebrates the most important thing in my life, which is live music, both playing it and of course enjoying it and attending shows and all that kind of thing as well. If the last year has taught us anything at all, it's how important live music is. You don't know what you could have got till it's gone. I think we've all been missing it terribly. We're all very excited about the prospect of it coming back again. It's going to be a difficult road getting there, but we will get there. And at that point, I'm never going to take it for granted ever again. Make Music Day celebrates all of this, and there will be shows around the world for it, and I'm very much looking forward to it.
Hello, I'm Zoe from the Nick Alexander Memorial Trust, and I'm one of the official ambassadors for Make Music Day UK this year. We are a national charity with a mission to break down barriers through music by funding music projects across the UK, particularly those for socially disadvantaged communities. So it's incredible to be part of this huge national celebration of making music. We know what a massive difference it can make in connecting people and bringing them together. And The values at the heart of Make Music Day are completely socially inclusive, celebrating music from all genres, all ages, all abilities, and they're free. So get involved, get online and find out what's happening in your local community and see how you can connect with people and make your community better through making music together.
Make Music Day UK broadcast.
How you doing, Fred?
Great, all going good. Now it's time to switch genres and head to Wales for a special Jazz in the South Wales show with guitarist James Chadwick.
Did you know James founded and runs the Jazz in South Wales Facebook group, which erupted into a lively creative outlet for jazz musicians as they entered lockdown living?
Yeah, James is going to take us on a tour of some of his favourite jazz performances, all recorded and performed in lockdown conditions for the group.
I'm James Chadwick from Jazz in South Wales, and you are watching the 2021 Make Music Day UK broadcast. Enjoy.
We have Premier Big Band, CCJO playing a tune by saxophonist Dick Hamer. Vocalist Sarah Meek giving us a rendition of that Carlos Jobim tune, If You Never Come to Me.
Of a moonlight glow, or the peaks where winter snows. What's the use of the waves that will break in the cool of the evening? What is the evening without you? It's nothing. It may be you will never come if you never come to me. What's the use of my wonderful dreams, and why would they need me? Where would they lead me without you to nowhere? Da 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 do 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 la da 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 la da da la da la da 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 do do
Julian Martin and James Chadwick playing a tune by the pianist called Snowdrops. Gethin Liddington playing a tune by Duke Ellington called Solitude. Chadwick and double bassist Ashley John Long playing a tune by the guitarist called Moments. Tom Harris playing a tune of his called Where's Harry? Up is Elizabeth Jane Williams and guitarist Mike Frost doing a tune called Careless Love. Saxophonist Dick Hamer now playing an arrangement of his of the old classic Out of Nowhere. Hope you've enjoyed today's tune. From me, James Chadwick, hope to see you soon. Stay well.
Thanks to James Chadwick and all the jazz musicians heard in the Jazz in South Wales show.
Next, we hear from two young music makers creating some of the finest modern electronic music in the UK, namely Kirk Barley and Elsa Hewitt.
Yeah, they were commissioned by the MSCTY to create a track each inspired by two locations in the London Bridge area.
They went for Pottersfield Park and Gibbons Rent. The idea is that people listen to these tracks at the locations via the MSCTY website on their phones.
That's right, and they can just switch off to the music which has been designed and created to aid calm and relaxation.
Kirk and Elsa spoke to MSCTY founder Nick Luscombe about their work. And if you want to explore the music yourself, simply visit the MSCTY website at www.mscty.space.
What was the kind of starting point? Did you go to the location and just sort of, like take pictures or just kind of soak up the atmosphere? How did you start off at the very first stages?
Yeah, so Elsa and I went down and checked out various spaces around the area. And Gibbons Rent, for me, I just really liked how as soon as you walk in there, because the buildings are so tall around it, it just, the noise level from all the traffic just completely dropped, and that made me feel really calm straight away. And it's quite magical and felt like a secret little treasure. I always liked finding those spots growing up, like around York, where you could just sit on a bench for a bit and just get away from everything. So I think that's why I chose to pick it. But yeah, then I also had quite a lot of thoughts that not necessarily related to the place, but just about how I could create something that was quite calming in line with the brief that was set.
Yeah.
And I kind of drew upon some projects I'd done in the past, where I did something for a company called Subpack who build these wearable, like a transducer. That's basically like a sub that vibrates your body but doesn't make a sound, and people use them for like mixing and stuff and testing bass levels and stuff. But they're also they wanted to do something where it's kind of showing how intense they could get and stuff. So for that project I was looking at like certain stuff with like sound healing and stuff, and some of it seems a bit maybe not as scientifically like proven and stuff, but there's other things where they've done like scans of people's brains when they're listening to the music. So I was just interested to like play around with some of them, even more if they're like guidelines for me, not necessarily being like I quite like having that. And also I did another project called Botanical Minds, which was all related to botany and plants and stuff. And for that, I did a lot of stuff using the Fibonacci sequence, and I really enjoyed that, just using numbers from that to create the patterns and stuff. So to create rhythms, and also was working with certain tunings that were based around like the golden ratio and the Fibonacci sequence and stuff. So I drew upon that for this and kind of pieced them together. Sonically, I liked, because there's so much, there's like the synthetic buildings and stuff, but then there's all these plants, and obviously it's not like a proper garden, it's just plants on the side. I wanted to kind of have that kind of contradiction of the synthetic sounds and the organic sounds within the piece and stuff. So I use like a similar like tuning. I think it's like a 7-note tuning throughout the piece, with all the elements and stuff, and even like there's kind of like this synthetic kind of rain type sound and stuff going through it and stuff. So it's kind of in that way, I think helped really, you know, tie the sections in together. That's stuff. But I guess there were a few things I did in it that I've not really tried out before and stuff. So it's kind of, maybe that's why I was like a bit, you know, worried, was like, does this work and stuff? But then, like the last day or so working on it, I was like, it finally kind of made sense to me and stuff. And then I was also really, I haven't sent you the binaural mix. I need to get that finished. But that kind of added a new level to things, and just being able to pan like the different like notes of the chords in it around the head and different sounds and stuff. But it's just something I need to spend a little longer with, so I can
sure, let's
figure out, because it could soon get a bit too like hectic and feel like it's definitely early days with me using binaural kind of mixing and stuff, but it could be an exciting thing, I think, that I'd like to try out more in future.
What other stuff have you got coming up this year that's not kind of MSCTY related? What other things are you working on that you can tell us about?
I'm mainly at the minute working on like further work with Matt Davis, but that's under Church Andrews name, which is just Kirk means church and Andrews is my middle name, but I kind of basically I kind of separated the two, and kind of the Kirk Barley stuff's more of the organic. A lot of the time it's organic stuff but made electronically, but kind of sounds more natural, and the Church Andrews stuff's always quite like digital synths, more beat driven and stuff. But they inform each other quite well, but it does help with the kind of gigs we're playing and stuff, because some people get quite thrown off and stuff, and it helps me. But I've also been working on some Kirk Barley stuff, but I've mainly just been kind of getting together, like I call it like a palette, but getting together sounds that I think work together like within my world, and then try and writing like riffs and almost kind of like writing songs and stuff, but quite basic, using the tools that I use. But not my plan is to kind of come up with a load of nice chord sequences and riffs and stuff, and then try record them all live later on in the year, once I can be expressive with all the sounds, or the palette of sounds.
Got it. Yeah.
And yeah, maybe get Matt, the drummer, along, but doing some more kind of jazzy style drumming and stuff. But yeah, I just thought that'd be nice to kind of be able to go back to the more traditional way of thinking about, I guess, when you've got like a guitar and a bass and drums, you kind of know what it would sound like, and when you're writing ideas. So this is kind of like not a guitar, bass and drums, but using a palette that I can be quite expressive with, and then but spending more time on kind of the chord sequences and the songs, with the idea that, you know, it can, once I'm happy with them, we can, you know, record something quite special and do it live, or more live.
Yeah. It's great, having that palette of sounds, which is like defines the Kirk Barley kind of sound, doesn't it? There's definitely, I think, you know, when I hear a track by you, it sounds like you. Do you know what I mean? Which is really good. You definitely developed a kind of really good technique around a palette, which is like yours. I think that's what you do, isn't it?
Thank you. It means a lot. Yeah, I think it's definitely something I'm concentrating more the last couple of years too. Of kind of, if I notice something that feels like more unique to me, or sounds like something that inspired me. There's kind of like big influences you have when you're younger, that just, you know, the things that always stick with you. So if I hear elements of that within anything, when I'm making a sound, or when I'm, you know, recording someone else and I hear a bit that just kind of reminds me of something, or sounds like something that I've done before and want to develop further, those are the things I'm trying to like magnify more. And it's actually, making music a lot more enjoyable doing that way. It's kind of maybe less ego driven. I don't know if that's the word, but I think it's I've just kind of been like, oh, this is actually, it's just been, I guess, wary about what you want to make more and stuff, and then not kind of making the same mistakes of doing stuff you don't want to do, and just spending more time on the stuff that you enjoy.
I've been told by a lot of people that my music is quite relaxing anyway. Some people who've said that they put on my music and they feel relaxed immediately, and I just sort of and I tend to find that when I approach creation of it in a relaxed way, or a way that's just to enjoy myself, then often the resulting sound will be relaxing in itself, or something that's calming to listen to, and it's not gonna be taxing to listen to, because it's like you can kind of get in the flow of making it. And so that's what I plan to do. Like straight away, I just thought approach it in like a kind of live jam sort of way, which is what I've been doing a lot of over the last year or so.
Okay.
Because I've had this monthly radio show, and that sort of replaced gigging, and I've used that and some live streams as an opportunity to do my sort of ambient improvised live sets.
Yeah.
And there's been some really amazing results from that. It's been quite, doing it live is like obviously making music on the spot without having any idea what it's going to sound like is quite scary. And that's why it took me a while to get around to starting to do it, and I had to wait till there were no gig opportunities, but just sort of doing stuff on your own opportunities.
Yeah.
So I decided I would just do one of those, but because obviously I could edit it and add more layers, like I'd been developing it and doing re-jamming and jamming with the jam I'd already done to make extra layers of it, that kind of thing.
Building it, yeah.
So that's how I decided to write it, but it's quite it can be quite a risk. I knew it was a bit of a risk because they can be quite hit or miss. Sometimes it's just not as good, or sometimes it's amazing, and you can never really know whether what's going to come out is going to be really transcendent and beautiful, or like it could still be nice but not as like amazing as I wanted it to be. But then but I decided to do that anyway.
So it's a bit of a challenge from the start then, right? So you know, and you put yourself under quite a bit of pressure in a way.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I haven't often been asked to make a long form piece. So, but it seems like a good way to approach it to me, because for the reasons then.
Yeah, so it must have been a little daunting then to think about doing something that was like longer form, but as you kind of worked on it, did it feel like it came together, that it sort of clicked the more you kept going with it, or was it just a constant kind of battle? I mean, how did you relax into it, kind of thing?
Well, I did relax into it. Like at first I was like, I'm enjoying this is nice, when I listened back to it the first time, and then it's really I got more critical. Like, so I was thinking it's when you start thinking it's for someone else and it's for a project, and people are going to listen to it in this certain place.
Yeah, right.
Pressure on yourself, like
sure.
Like, or start to aim higher than than you necessarily thought that it is at the time. And so I just thought I don't want it to get boring at all throughout, and I want to put in as much effort as I want to make it something that's that's not exactly the same as anything else I've done, but and doesn't lose people along the way. So I just thought I'd create more sections, and what I usually do is use what I've got and resample that, or I just keep thinking of new ways to develop the the world of it, I suppose.
That makes sense. So it's got it has a kind of sound world already, and you just keep developing that by resampling it and then developing that idea.
But then I had I decided to add a recording of the acoustic guitar and vocals, and I thought I wouldn't know if it was going to work, but it seemed like it was meant to be because I'd started it off in this in 4/3/2 tuning, and I somehow managed to tune the guitar perfectly to that tuning just using my ear, and
okay,
I don't know, just like with the sound of the track in my memory, and I was really impressed by the fact that I did that.
That's amazing. Yeah.
Wow. I started to just play I just started to make up sounds, bits of melody, like I'd normally do if I was starting to write a song.
Yeah.
And just recorded that, and then just just use that.
Yeah.
Because there was a kind of a short time limit, so I didn't dilly dally too much. Yeah, I feel that overall, when I finished it and I'd got to that point where I was like, okay, I think it's done. And I listened back to it and I was like, yeah, I like this. It's not what I was expecting it to be like, but I did enjoy listening to that, and I just hope that it's actually calming in for other people. But I think, I do like the way it turned out because it is quite different from anything I've made. So, in a way, yeah.
Thanks to MSCTY, Nick Luscombe, Kirk Barley and Elsa Hewitt for that fascinating show. I really enjoyed that.
And if you want to explore the music yourself, simply visit the MSCTY website at www.mscty.space.
That's about it for this broadcast.
But do join us again from 7:30 this evening when we'll be back for our final broadcast of the day.